Welcome to the next episode of Voices of New York. Today we will talk about some of the voices you can hear in the Big Apple. When it comes to music, you can find all kinds of musicians in New York, from traditional ones like guitarists, singers or violin players, to those who can surprise you by playing on the saw, the comb or the paint bucket.
Sean Nowell plays the saxophone, and he gives concerts all over the world.
My name is Sean Nowell, and I'm a professional jazz saxophone player. I live in New York City, and I've been a professional jazz musician for the past 14 years.
What kind of music do you play?
I play all sorts of music: jazz, funk, R&B, rock and roll, electronic music, classical music.
What are your musical influences?
I am heavily influenced by Bjork, and I play in a band that does all Bjork covers called the Bjorkestra.
Who writes your songs?
I do compose my own songs for all kinds of different, ensembles, and, anywhere from, huge bands to very small groups.
Where can we buy your CDs?
You can buy my music from my website, seannowell.com, or you can order it through iTunes.
Where do you practice?
I practice here in our apartment, here in Astoria, Queens. I practice my saxophone here, at respectable time, during the middle of the day, so as to not bother anybody.
Where do you get inspiration from?
Mainly from personal experiences and from meeting people around the world and being in different places around the world. Like, okay, I had this amazing trip through Turkey. What would that sound like if I was to watch it on a movie? So I just imagine what that would be like and try to write music in that way.
New York is a great city to enjoy music. The most famous place to see a concert is Madison Square Garden. This is an indoor arena in the middle of Manhattan where there are more than 320 events a year. New York is also best known for the artists called buskers. They present their musical talents on the streets, in the subway, or, like Colin Huggins, in the park.
My name is Colin Huggins, and I play piano in Washington Square Park in New York City.
Why did you decide to play piano in the park?
In the subway, I would always see performers. I'd always see musicians or breakdancers, and I always really liked that the people that collected to watch them, they were just completely random people who were only there because of the music. So I wanted to try it.
How often do you play?
Usually I do 2 days a week, or 2 or 3 days a week.
Where do you perform?
I used to perform in Times Square or 34th Street or other places around Manhattan, but right now I just perform at Washington Square Park. It's kind of my home.
What kind of music do you play?
The music that I play, often I'll play things that I know people just want to hear. I'll play pop music or the Beatles or things from operas because I know people enjoy that kind of music, and it it also makes me more money.
How do you call your job?
I am a busker. I play music in the streets. That is how I busk, and many other people enjoy busking in Manhattan, in the subway, in parks. And when they are busking, they are making music in the streets, in public places, and accepting donations. Busking.
If you are in New York and want to see a busker, just walk around Manhattan and enjoy the music. See you in the next episode of Voices of New York.